How's it going, everybody? I know it's been a while since I've done a video. I wanted to do another EDC video today, and I've talked before about my EDC in the woods, my EDC when I'm going to the grocery store, that kind of thing. Today, what I thought I'd talk about is something that doesn't usually get a lot of attention in the EDC community, at least as far as I can tell, and that's how your EDC makes you feel. So I think that there's circumstances in life where you want to dress up nice, you need to go to a special event, and you wear nice clothes, you get a haircut, you put on a nice aftershave. And I think the other side of that is obviously the things you have in your pocket. And I think that those need to reflect you feeling that way as well. I think that in the same way that having a nice new suit or new shoes can make you feel confident, your EDC items can also sort of help set the mood, kind of get you in the groove of whatever you're trying to do. So today I wanted to talk about the things that I carry if I'm in a formal event. By formal event, I'm thinking things like a wedding or possibly a funeral, a job interview, stuff like that. I'm always going to have kind of the same things on me, but when it comes time to putting myself in the mode of being a gentleman or being more squared away, the things that I have on me, I have different iterations of that. Things that might be a little bit nicer or a little bit more appropriate for that situation. So without further ado, let's take a look at the things that I carry when I'm in a more formal environment. All right, let's take a look, go one by one. So I'm always going to carry a gun and a fighting knife. So in terms of a firearm, when I'm wearing clothing that is a little bit more formal, like say suit pants or a suit jacket, I'm going to choose something small and elegant and reasonably effective. So I generally choose my .22 Magnum here by North American Arms. In terms of a fighting knife, I'll be honest with you, I never hope to use a fighting knife, so one is as good as another, because for me, I don't necessarily expect to ever use it. If the time ever came for me to pull a knife to defend myself, I would have already pulled a gun. That said, for a more elegant option, instead of a regular boot knife or a cold steel tie light or something like that, what I have here is an Italian stiletto. This one is a Frank Beltrame. This is not one of those $20 Wish ones. This one cost me a little bit more money and it's a more solid weapon. It's a beautiful knife, and it'll do the same thing as a $20 Wish switchblade, but I like to have something nicer on me when I'm in a nicer circumstance. So here, I always carry a Zippo. I put some fluid in this guy. Okay. The reason I chose this Zippo is not because it's my nicest or most expensive, but because the person who gave it to me is somebody I love very dearly. And so to me, when I'm in a situation where I want to be more formal, or a situation where, say, I'm in a job interview, I want to have those things close to me. It means something to me. It's sentimental. So I like to have it on me when I'm in a little bit of a fancier locale. Same goes with my money clip. I generally carry cash with me. Usually I just have it in my pocket or a rubber band, but sometimes it's nice to have a little bit more of a fancy money clip. This one is from Montana Silversmith. These are silver plated. That's decent, I don't know, $50, $80 money clip, but it makes me feel nice to have it with me. Same thing with a hip flask. I always have a flask with me, but these are a little bit nicer. This is a pewter flask from England. It's not a $10 liquor store flask. It does the same thing, but I feel like it's more of an appropriate flask for when I'm dressing like a gentleman. Got a comb. I always have a metal comb with me. I just think it's cool and it matches the rest of this. I smoke tobacco. So instead of having a loose pack of cigarettes in my pocket when I'm out doing something nicer, I generally have a cigarette case. This one is not very nice, but again, it was given to me by a friend as a Christmas gift 20 years ago. I always take it with me to formal events. And then last but not least, I always have a piece of silver in my pocket. I shine up whatever my pocket piece is that day to make it look a little bit nicer. Even though nobody might see it, I know it's there and I know I've taken care of it, and it just puts me in the mode of being a little bit fancier. Okay, that's that. So these things, obviously, for every person are different. For me, it's not about the money. It's about how it makes you feel. So these are not millionaire items, but they're the things that I have in my life that make me feel more squared away, more mature, more elegant, more gentlemanly, if you will. And so, again, some people might look at this and think it's dumb and it's, none of it makes any sense and it's poor person shit, whatever. But for me, it's the stuff that I carry on me to get me in that mode of a formal setting. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I'm curious as to what you carry when you're in a formal setting. All right, thanks for watching. Later.